Alright, here we go. This is another Off the Dome video. And this is your boy Oliver sitting crisscross applesauce, almost all the way comfortable. I've never been able to do that. Not even in the first grade when Miss Curlette said, "All right, everybody, it's reading time. Let's get on the carpet and go crisscross applesauce." I'm that one kid that said like on some shit like this or on my knees. I'm glad I can still do this here and there. Anyways, what I want to say is this is another Off the Dome video, and I want to share why I do these Off the Dome videos real quick. I like planning videos for the fact that I feel like I can get a message across without like jumping around. I don't want to distract you when I feel like I have a specific message to share with you. But the thing is, number one, well, this isn't really number one, but number one, I don't want to impose my beliefs on you. That's not why I make these videos. I don't make these videos so I can because I think that what I'm thinking is right and that, you should think this way. It's not about that. So being so concise with my message isn't as important. It's more so about expressing experience, expressing my experience for, whatever the topic is. And I want to show you also kind of, I guess, how I think. That's what makes this me. Is that I'm not just, here presenting, presenting a message, a concept, for you to think about. That's a huge part of it, but it's also expressing myself. It's opening up and letting you see the universe, right? And once again, not imposing my way of doing things, but in a way I like to think I'm showing you how to think. Not saying that you don't know how to think, but inspiring maybe a different way of doing it. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm being me. Me. Because what is me? Anywho, let's get into what I actually wanted to talk about. Yes, it's been 3 minutes, and I'm finally going to get to it. And it's going to be a lot longer than that. Okay, so what I've been thinking about. Yesterday, I was out in this place in Iceland called I think it's called Student Kjallara. Kjallara means basement. So it's the student basement, and it's this kind of bar type thing for students to go to. I think it's the University of Iceland, but really anybody can go there. Anyways, you don't need the backstories. So I'm there with my boy, and we was talking a lot. One thing we talked about was potential, or more so, we were touching on our sense of identity and why we feel a desire and urge to achieve greatness. And I was pondering, what is greatness? I was pondering, why do we feel this need, this desire, this urge, this longing to pursue greatness, to accomplish something, to reach our potential. And I'm thinking, man, really, what is potential? And I think for a long time, the understanding I've had is that potential is or I guess the understanding I went with. I don't think that I truly fully agreed with it, but what I went with is that potential is kind of reaching your potential is being better in a plethora of ways, and in just every way possible. But I also fought the idea fought against my belief of the idea, because it's like, how can you reach your potential? Like, to me, it's like what we're capable of is endless. It's infinite. So to me, it's kind of just like an idea, like to throw, like something to say, but loosely like loosely attached to. So it's kind of like when people say, you know, do whatever you can, like do everything you can to, you know, like prepare for something, or oh, I'm gonna do everything I can to accomplish this. I don't think it's possible to do everything that I can, because, you know, it's infinite. But I do still kind of ask the question of, I still do ponder it, like, is it possible to do everything I can, let's say to prepare for a math test? And still I think the answer is no, because if I were to shoot to do everything I can, then I would never take the math test. If I did everything I did to prepare, then I'd always be preparing, and I'd never actually do the thing that I was preparing for. So, anyways, that whole idea of potential, my boy kind of told me what he thought about it, and, you know, he was saying like, you know, I want to, before I die, I want to feel like I did, you know, something huge, something great. And I relate, but I question it. And so I put out the question there. I said, what really is potential? What does it mean? What does it mean to me? Because I've kind of went along with this concept of potential, but I never truly believed it. And tonight, by the way, it's about 4:15 a.m. right now, and I was just outside in the universe for the past like hour or so, and somehow it came to me. It came to me what potential means to me. So I stayed up, right? Like I said, it's 4 a.m. I did a like mobility workout, then I did some core exercises, and then I went outside, because the end of it's a knees over toes guy workout, if you're familiar with him. It's one of his beginner workout on his Zero program. And at the end of the mobility workout, you're supposed to do some upper body. What I've been doing is ring rows. I'm not going to explain if you don't know what that is. Ring inverted rows and ring push-ups. I don't have rings available right now, so I just went outside and I did pull-ups and dips. Full range pull-ups, full range dips. Right, mind you, it's 3:30 out there as I'm hitting this workout, or it's right a little bit before 3:30. It was about 3 a.m. Probably before that. But anyways, I'm out here in the park by myself, pitch black, and I'm just thinking. I guess I was thinking about, like, why do I do the things I do? Like, why do you know what? The backstory don't matter. Let me tell you what I think potential is. I'm gonna laugh so hard if I post this video, bro. Because it's just like, the fact that I just be so like not straight to the point, and I'll still put the video out. The fact that I'll ramble on forever and then click the red button to stop the recording and actually put this up. Like right now, I'm getting so off to. Okay, let's keep going. So potential. I'll give you the gold here, okay? I promise. I'll stay on it this time. So, to me, reaching my potential, I guess you could say, number one, it's still a thing that I'll never fully like, kind of like do. There's always more, right? Infinite. However, what it means is to experience consciousness. So reaching potential or doing something great, you know, it's no longer, for me, it's not about the accomplishment. It's about experiencing consciousness. And what does that mean? Right? It's about experiencing all the infinite things that we could think, feel, and think and feel, right? Now, will I ever get to think and feel absolutely like all those infinite things? No, I won't, because they're infinite. But here's where accomplishments come into play. And like the thing with accomplishments, what do you really, when I think of the word accomplishment, I think like difficulty, I think perseverance, I think hard, because the thing with accomplishments is like, I think the general idea is that they're hard. When you're accomplishing something that's like really like, you know, when you say like, I finally accomplished da 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 da, it's because it was like, it wasn't automatic. It took something. What makes accomplishments hard is what we think in our mind. For example, when you're thinking about hitting a workout, when I'm thinking about hitting a workout and I'm resisting it, that's what really makes the workout hard. If it was just automatic and it was just like eating an ice cream sandwich at my grandma's house in like 2011, damn, that was random. If it was just like that, it wouldn't be like an accomplishment. It was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go hit a workout, you know? But in order to accomplish the thing, we have to, I'm not gonna say that we have to face our fears or that we have to overcome our fears, because there is a way of actually just denying our fears and still hitting the workout or doing whatever it is. But if I'm doing it the way I'm going to do it, when I want to do something, hit a workout or, or maybe it's a long-term goal, and I feel resistance to it, the best thing for me to do is to start questioning why I feel resistance. Because I know it's all here. And I know it probably also translates to other areas of my life. If I can figure out why I'm feeling resistance and what it is, I can then question, okay, is that thought system really, is it realistic? Is it true? And usually it's something silly. And so I then dissolve the resistance, and now I can go hit that workout, and I am at peace. And I am able to experience love. And like, this thing that I was resisting to get done is now like the most wonderful experience, even if it comes with some pains, But so the thing about accomplishments, for me, I think why I'm so, why even though I understand that accomplishments now, they don't change like my self-worth. They don't make me any like better or worse. They don't make life like matter anymore. They don't change just like things that are universal, However, when I don't do them, like I feel like I'm not living. What's happening is when I don't do them, I'm not experiencing consciousness. When I don't like just do anything. But it's really all up here, the experience and consciousness part. So I really could lay in my bed all day, theoretically. I haven't tested this yet, but I most likely will now that I'm thinking about it. I could probably lay in my bed, theoretically. I could lay in my bed all day and experience a universe of consciousness. I could experience a whole lot of different thoughts and feelings and concepts and beliefs, right? And like break them down and build them up and, just experience them all, move through them all, right? But yeah, so that's all that, like, I'm hitting that workout outside at 3 a.m. and I'm doing the pull-ups, and I come down from the bar and my hands are like freezing. They my hands were extremely cold. And I thought it was uncomfortable. And I realized my hands, I believed that my hands were not going to be damaged by not putting them in my pockets and by actually getting back on the bar and doing more reps, right? And I just realized, I'm like, I'm experiencing those fears in my mind, you know, those things that, like, I told myself, like, oh no, you can't do that. I'm now experiencing those head on and realizing, like, that's experiencing consciousness. That's experiencing consciousness. When all those illusions, when we can recognize them and realize what they are, illusions. You know, so I don't know what you're gonna realize, you know, what you need to realize for you, but for me, I just be realizing, like, all the little doubts I have, they don't mean nothing. The funny thing is, most of the time I'm not consciously aware of my doubts, but as soon as I consciously become aware of them, especially like if I write them down, I realize how silly they are. Like, scared of going to England for 7 days because my basketball, you know, skills may get a little rusty. When I wrote something like that down, I realized, like, like, wow, like, what does that matter? You know, even if my basketball skills, like, even if I lost some skill, even if I became the worst, like, even if, like, I cut off the team, in life, in, like, the universe, like, in the experience of consciousness, what does that matter? I don't mean to say that, like, you know, I don't care about basketball or whatever, but the point is, nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. You know, it only matters as much as we make it. And so the overall message of this video, or at least I said so many things in the video, but the reason I pulled my camera out is because I had the idea on my mind that reaching my potential and this desire to accomplish is about experiencing consciousness. When you lay in your bed all day, and when I say you, I mean me, because it could be you, but I'm not sure if it's you, so I'm just going to relate it to me, because maybe it is just me. But me is we, and we is one. What? So when I'm laying in my bed all day, like, feeling like in my heart I want to do something. Like, let's say today it was, I wanted to go run some uphill sprints up this beautiful, beautiful hill. And I didn't do it. And I didn't have any, like, conscious fears, but there was, like, doubt there. And I just wouldn't experience the doubt. And I know that if I would have, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, that's okay. But I realized, though, that if I would have just experienced, like, whatever resistance there was, I would have just, like, melted it like that. Because as soon as I experienced it, I realized it's nothing. Yeah. And then I just can deeply appreciate, like, whatever those feelings of doubt were, or whatever. Or I'm not even gonna say feelings of doubt, because that's really not what it was. It's just, but whatever resistance, once I accept it, I can then experience it, and then I can just appreciate it as part of the universe, like, just part of life, just part of this experience. And then it becomes, that's where the peace and the love and the appreciation comes, when we can accept and just experience it and not say, oh, this is bad or good. It just is, man. It just is. So alright, I bet you I'm gonna put this video up on my channel because I've come to the realization that I'm just sharing me, and I don't need anybody, like, I don't need anybody to say like, yo, man, this video was amazing. I don't need nobody to, if somebody comes along and says, yo, he's talking about the randomest stuff, what is he doing, da 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 da, that's so embarrassing. Let it be embarrassing. And it might happen. I might come back to this in 6 months. Or I might add somebody on Facebook and then be like, shoot, they're going to see my YouTube channel and make fun of me. But you never know, man. It might happen, it might not. I'm just going to let it rock, you know. I do hope that, you know, that this is appreciated. As a matter of fact, I know it is. I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. It's been 20 minutes. It feel like this video has been timeless. No pun intended. Until now. For the record, I'm not even gonna put that on the record. There's no need. Alright, man. There you go.